Hey guys, doing another One Piece video up in this joint. There's three things I wanted to do today. So number one, I just thought of how I collect a bunch of booster packs, and they're kind of just sitting in this shelf right here. If you can comment on what deck you'd want me to build next on this video, I'll give away this one pack after, I guess, 1,000 subscribers. It's not bad. I'll reply to the comment that wins based on the deck that you pick for the next video. And yeah, I'd send you my email. I guess we'll get this pack to you. Uh, Besides that, I'm gonna be building this Big Mom deck, and we'll talk more about that in a bit. But let me show you first here. In this booster pack, you can get one of these 6 cards. These are all commons or uncommons of this set, which is romanced on. But the alt arts, this one, Perona right here, is definitely the biggest chase, because, as y'all know, waifu tax is a thing, especially in this game. Another shout out is on this Reddit post within the same day here, at least when I'm, reading this. Shout out to Black Lotus 30 for doing this scan, because this Reddit user ended up doing scans of this new recommendation guide. Now, if there's one thing I learned from Hearthstone, recommended decks can actually be busted. So they may be onto something as far as theory crafting for these type of decks right here. We've got Sabo, we've got Bello Betty, all the new leaders in OP5, Rosinante, Sakazuki. In my opinion, this is a little bit off of what most people run, but I'm sure there's some method to the madness. Maybe we'll run one or two of these decks. This one seems to be really good, though. It's pretty on par with what the meta is. I'm not sure how NL works, but we'll build on this yellow deck today. Oh, and they've got this whole circuit going. This is cool. Alright. So, if you use Reddit and you play the game, obviously, r/OnePieceTCG. Alright. Let's start cooking this Big Mom deck. Now, I've built this deck about a week or two ago and tried it out at locals. I went 3-1 with it. My whole philosophy with this is that with Big Mom's effect, she kind of wants as many triggers as possible. Therefore, this card is actually a little cloggy in this deck. Now, it's usually good for consistency, good for if you have Shirahoshi, but that's why we don't run Shirahoshi either. We're going to start building. I do run this though, because 4 for 6 is good stats for cost, and it does give you rush for the most part of the game. So 4 of these. We definitely run Parasparrow for the search. We'll go 2 Sanji. I've had this deck built already, but since I updated this sim, I haven't ported any of my old decks over. Alright. This is looking good so far. I'm gonna need 9 cards now. You know, I have this deck right here. So, just give me a second. I'll figure out what I need to slot in real quick. Randolph, Aaron, Prometheus. I think I know what it is. Let's see. We need Hera because she goes for the double attack. We need Prometheus. He's already in there. Zeus is also in there. And alright. I think we could check out the 5th set. We could splash one of each, and maybe this guy. I suppose the Sanji blocker is better. Let's go for that. Alright, fast cooking, fast cooking. So this is what we've got going on here. And I think this will do. Alright, let's give this a spin. I don't know how to feel about this, but we'll see. I kind of need to play Big Mom as soon as possible. Man. This is rough. Let's go ahead and just trash this one because I really don't think I'm gonna make it on curve. And of course, Speed gel. Go this way. Alright. Hey, baby, why you gotta do this to me? I guess the move is to be safe. Eight. I think I misplayed a little. Do I want to ditch a card, or do I want to put a blocker out? Interesting. Huh. Interesting game, Sir Whitebeard. He's got the Luffy. He's got the Luffy! Do I win? Hmm. None of these are homies. Fuck. This is it. It's the final swing, baby. Ooh. Tell me you have enough. Oh! I beat Whitebeard. No way. I don't even know what to keep, to be honest. It's been this long since I played the deck. I forgot to put smoothie in. Not smoothie. Pudding. Pudding. I forgot to put the searcher. What's wrong with me? Hmm. 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 Pseudo blockers for days. Interesting. Four or less. So that's dead right now. And that's not live either. Let's see. Yeah! Alright, I'm doing another counter, right? Damn! Attack me, Luffy. I know you want to. Mamamamamama. 8. Oh, I misplayed. Shit! Oh, okay. Fuck it. Do I swing? Do I not swing? All I know is I'm opening this drink. Oh, what? Now you do it? The hell? Yeah. Yeah. What do I do? What do I do? I'll do that. Let's be spicy. Bam! Radical beam! Boo! And I have 5 life. Big Mama. Big Mama's house. That sucks. That doesn't suck. That does suck. Oh, that was so minus, I just realized. Double 17K. Oh. Big Mama's house! Damn, that just inspired me to not play Whitebeard. Ever. Damn. Damn. I'm gonna run it 1 or 2 more times, but damn. Okay. This I like. This I like. I forgot to put the pudding in again. But is the pudding necessary? The same principle applies with the 8-drop category. It's cloggy, even on curve. So maybe I'll see if I can splash it in. Maybe take out Randolph, because Randolph, man, I thought he was gonna do good. He ain't really cutting it for me. Karoo. I think he misplayed. Oh my god. Sure, discard your whole hand, bro. Ooh. Huh. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. I'm sorry, man. I'm not sorry. Oh? Oh? Oh, oh, oh. I can predict your play. You're gonna use the effect. You better use the effect. What are you doing? There you go. I really like this deck because you don't really notice it until you play it, but the triggers just come so naturally from your life. And the fact that you're constantly replenishing, that's why I run the 4 Soul Pokas. It's maybe I'll take out one of them and put the pudding in, and then take out the Randolphs. We'll go for it right after this. But yeah, I'm basically doing like a 10 card hand versus his, what, 4 card hand? About to be 3? Oh, Lord. Da, 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 da. Is anybody else hyped for this new reanimation of Romance Dawn? I don't know if you guys have heard, but it's supposed to be hype. Good game? I'm assuming good game because I'm at least going to get one trigger. That's valid. Yeah, that's what I thought. He said no Sakazuki. I will be Big Mama. Whenever I see Katakuri, I keep forgetting to tech in the puddings. Remind me to, even though it doesn't matter. I always like going second with this deck because Katakuri pretty much always triggers. You always want to take that first life to potentially trigger A, and B, even if you don't, you still activate his rush. See, like, I could counter, but why would you? Because I trigger. There you go. So good. What other color has a 4 for 6 rush, by the way? Katakuri is just all around busted. The fact that this card is less than $1, he's severely underrated. So goes the question, do I want to trigger? I do have some very good value plays next turn, so I don't need the trigger. I'll go ahead and just counter out. Prometheus is really... I'm not Prometheus, Zeus. Both Prometheus and Zeus are really good because they force your opponent to, like, have to counter. Like, there's no valid reason he would take this damage right now. And if he does, he goes super minus. One thing to note with this deck, I've misplayed a lot. This character does not restand the leader. It only restands this, this, and the 10-drop Big Mom. As more Big Moms come, like, the more relevant this deck will get, but we'll see if they print out more Big Mom cards. Like, there's at least, like, what, 6 Kaidos now? I can't use her effect yet because she only starts at 3 life. Therefore, we'll add more life. He could just get 3,000 worlds back, and that's what he's going to do. Alright. What's really nice is I'm not playing Sakazuki, who could use 3,000 worlds on this bitch real easy. And that's why Sakazuki's really good. We're playing the long game here. And I do want to look at my life, so I may use this Katakuri right now. It's the same one. Oops. I'll do one more game after this, even though this video is going on a bit long, but the fact that I get to demonstrate this Big Mom deck is big, in my opinion. He got the rain, okay. So he's got 7 in hand, 9 total versus my 6, but I do have a full board. And this guy just wants to draw... Okay. Alright. One more game, because apparently this deck is just amazing. Let's hope we play a Sakazuki. This works too? Let's see how this goes. I forgot again. This is gonna be interesting because it's Bella Betty does a lot of triggers, so it's basically a battle of the triggers. Double attack. Now, because he brought out the cracker, I'll use one of my events to protect myself. Sure. Interesting. So I may take this card out too for pudding. I'm realizing now that you only have one life to rest, which is ultimately pretty minus. But now that we're tied in life, that cracker is no longer a threat. If he successfully swings into me, I will also deck this because it's big. Okay, I guess she's going wide. What's going on here? Uh-huh. This is gonna be an interesting match. Sure. That really hurts. You did it. I don't have enough counters. No. No. Oh, come on. I think there's a 0-drop event for set 5 too. So I need to put puddings and the 0-drop. No, the 0-drop yellow comes in the next set. Huh. I think I just straight up lose. Yeah, I just straight up lose, man. No way. Okay. So interesting with these new decks how like crazy the dynamics have separated. I think except for Luffy and Nanel, all these new leaders are multicolored as well. Oh, I think I lose. Yeah, I lose. Poop! No! That zero drop event is going to really help out. Alright, I lost. That sucks. But before we leave, we definitely have to fix this deck up a little bit. So, to start off, get rid of these, add in pudding. If we had to remove, it would be the Randolphs. As much as I like Randolph, he just doesn't cut it for this situation. Now we are short on homies for Hera to go off, but luckily she can eat another one of herself. If I were to say this deck is complete, this is about as complete as it gets. Maybe tech in a Prometheus, maybe tech in a fourth Hera, but the main precipice is 4, 4, 4, and 4. Four of the Paraspero as well. Pudding is only in here because she is a small body that you use for the small ramp. I totally forgot to put her in earlier, so there's that. I want to make sure that the zero cost event is, yeah, so it's in OP06. So if I were to put it in, I would definitely splash around a little more. The weak cards would be the Beiji, even though he's a good 2K. I would keep the Beiji. If I were to tech anything in, I would put in these events in lieu of the Ikaku Sovereignty and probably the one Prometheus, so I would tech in like 2 of them. Anyway, I hope you get the gist of this Big Mom deck because it is super fun to play. And yeah, I'm also going to be with family for pretty much all of Christmas, so there's going to be some pre-recorded videos. Don't forget to subscribe and comment the next deck you want to see in order to get this box topper pack. And yeah, that's it. Happy holidays. Catch you in the next video.